As administrator of Ibas State, except as may be required for the discharge of my duties as administrator, and that I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people of Nigeria. So help me God. Amen.
President Bola Tinubu has officially sworn in retired Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete as the sole administrator of Rivers State. The swearing-in ceremony took place on the presidential villa in Abuja, with key government officials in attendance, including Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila, Attorney General of Federation Lateef Fagbemi SAN, and Presidential Principal Secretary Akeem Muri Okunola. President Tinubu's decision to appoint a sole administrator follows his declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State on Tuesday, March 18, 2025.
It has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do.
In a brief interview after the ceremony, sole administrator of Rivers State pledged to maintain order, saying that his appointment aims to stabilize governance amid prolonged political paralysis in the oil-rich state.
I think we know the circumstances that led to where we are here. And Mr. President made it very clear in his broadcast. And if the main issue is that of maintaining law and order in the state, I think for any meaningful activities to take place in Rivers State, that is the utmost task that I have, to work together with all other stakeholders to ensure that we bring peace, order, and security and stability to the people and government of Rivers State and Nigeria at large.
Meanwhile, Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, defended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State, saying it is timely and intended to prevent further collapse in the state.
The question of separating or treating or giving preferential treatment to anybody does not arise. You give preferential treatment to anybody, you are giving preferential treatment to hooliganism. Just call a spade a spade. This is where I believe that we should put up our patriotism cap. It shouldn't be about individual. It should not be about anybody. It should be about the entity called Nigeria. But in this case, the Rivers State. So, it is Rivers State's turn today. It can be anybody's turn tomorrow. Let the signal be clearly sent for those who want to foment trouble, who want to make the practice of democracy and enjoyment of dividend of democracy a mirage, to think twice.
Addressing State House correspondents on the President's Tuesday nationwide broadcast on a political crisis in Rivers State, the AGF clarified that the decision of the President was anchored on the decision of the Supreme Court on Rivers State. The Minister of Justice highlighted another justification for the President's declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State, outlining the failure of both the Governor and the House of Assembly to foster an environment conducive to delivering the benefits of democracy to the people. Fagbemi criticized the suspended Governor Fubara for enabling militant activities by failing to publicly denounce their actions.
Were what I would call telegraphing of the militants, I would say, by the governor. And the reason I said so was when he beckoned to them that, he would let them know when it was time to act, to the militants. Let us say it was wrong. Did he come out to disown them? The answer is no. And a week after they swung into action, you see or witness vandalization of oil pipelines. Don't also forget that before now, that is when this government came into office, Nigeria was producing about 900,000 liters of oil, barrel of oil a day. With the efforts and all the ingenuity that the president had, he ensured that the production rose to about 1.5 barrel per day. That's about 45 of something increase.
When asked whether the federal government will still release the state allocation despite the situation, Fabemi said the funds would be made available if the administrator requested them.
Then the third in the series is about the security situation in that place. You know, if he had waited maybe a day longer, only God knows what would have followed. And as a result of that, he came out to say, I am not only the head of state, I'm commander-in-chief of the armed forces, declared a state of emergency.
Olayemi Eson, for Spy TV.